Well, enough about that. Let's boot up our data CD. Have I poked at the game between streams? No, I have not poked at all. I have not made any progress whatsoever, basically. Because
Right.
I want all progress to be live, basically. I want all progress to be right here, on the screen. Let's
Right,
see
well,
here.
you set up. I'm just going to fix myself a drink.
Go for it. Okay, but what I did learn was that there is actually narration in this game. So, do we want Japanese or English voices in a game set in the US with American characters in Liberty City? We naturally want Japanese narration. Let's see, let's make sure that it actually selects that properly. Right, there we go.
ハロルド、あんな事件にいつまで手間取っているつもりか。さっさと片付けてくれ。警察は忙しいんだ。
The chief had the most awesome voice in the game so far. Right, okay. Question is, where do we go? No! Right, so we know that the victim was last seen at the cafe The Hungry Fisherman. And then he was murdered at the parking lot down here. Which means that he went from somewhere around hereabouts, I believe it is. Where is it? There it is. Here in the middle of town. Then he headed south, apparently, and was murdered here. Now, who lives along the way there? We have the hotel, and the person staying at the hotel we have already arrested. We have the HH company, which he has workings and dealings with. Then down here is Shelley's apartment. And Shelley is the one where we found the bloody scarf with the victim's blood. And we know that she was having an affair with the victim to the point where she actually left her earrings under his bed. So, along the way to the place where he was murdered is his mistress, who we know has an item with his blood on it in her apartment. And no, we still haven't found the clinic, Lumberjack Bonanza. We still haven't gained access to the clinic, because I apparently need to speak to someone somewhere that tells me where it is. Because apparently I can just look it up. It's insane. So yeah, basically we can be pretty sure that you are involved. I mean, just look at that face and that hair. She looks like a complete psychopath.
No, Smoky, we haven't, because we haven't been able to find the clinic.
Yeah, he is in the clinic and we can't get to the clinic. Yeah, you don't know about the bloody scarf we found in your bedroom. And then I love this. If you knew about my sister's marriage, you'd understand. But there's no way to actually ask her about her sister's marriage. Yep. And the alibi, yeah. I don't know. Nobody came here and I didn't go out, which means she doesn't have an alibi either. We found the victim's blood in your apartment. We know that you are fucking the victim behind his wife's back. You live on the way to the murder site, and you have no alibi. That alone should give me every reason to bring you in and freaking bury you under handcuffs until you confess.
You know, the prosecutor seem to have a pretty severe case of ADD. Maybe he will give it a warrant now.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. If I go back now, he probably will say, yeah, totally, bring her in. And note that she is blood type O, which means that it's not her blood on the scarf. So it has to be the victim's blood. And she belongs to the Amateur Writing Society, which is headed up by that very unsuccessful writer. And who was having a row with the victim shortly before the murder? Why, that writer, which means that he has a connection to someone who apparently was involved in the theft of a blue car that was seen leaving the scene. Mother...
Oh crap, I just turned up the volume bit. There's actually voice acting in this?
Yes, you actually have to activate the voice acting. Which is a silly thing. It's not activated by default, you have to go into the settings and pick it. I was informed of that in the thread by... Jesus, who was it who informed me? Please, I hope you're in the stream chat so that you can raise a hand, because I would feel really shitty if I couldn't give you a shout out for that. Let's see, the question is... No, I want to go inside. Thank you. What about this knife? You have no idea what this knife is about. You drive a red Ford, which means that probably wasn't you. Yes, they must surely be Janet's earrings, despite the fact that the initials on them are SD. Kill yourself.
ビルとは近ああそうだ映画が終わってから少し結婚し
This is JB Harold Murder Club, Ikesh. Right, yes, right, the Wizard of Oz. It was the Wizard of Oz. Huge shout outs to the Wizard of Oz for letting us get at this. Alright, so the question is there anything else here? Let's research everything. Because I am seriously at the point where I'm just... Seriously, I am smoking like 1,000,000 cigarettes a minute. Ah, okay. Still no access to anything. And the bankman wouldn't let me ask about Bill Robbins' finances. The holdings refuses to talk to me about anything. Then we have the church, which I like, because the guy claimed that he was leaving from the church, and you go to the church, and the priest says, I know nothing, I have seen nothing, why are you even talking to me? And you're just... And this guy is probably innocent, because he has some sort of strange Jamaican afro thing despite being white.
He's also constantly in the graveyard, so he's probably got issues anyway.
For some reason he lives in the graveyard. I also like that observation. Everywhere you look, there are gravestones. Well...
Surprising, that.
Yeah, it's a freaking cemetery. What were you expecting? Happy wedded couples walking down the aisle? Which is actually a quite interesting thing. I actually learned that from Stephen Fry on the program, quite interesting, that it's not actually called the aisle, because the aisle in the church are the small corridors on the side of the central corridor. Which means that no wedded couple has ever walked down the aisle together. There you go. Fun fact.
So did he say what it is actually called? If it does have a name.
It's apparently called the Central something something.
That's far.
Can't quite recall. Right, let's switch over the narration to English. Make sure it's actually there as well. Thank you. We can go over a bit of an analysis here. We do not have access to the Randall Clinic and not have access to the heart safe. Seriously, I get the feeling that if we could just get access to the clinic, things would start to fall into place awfully quickly. Because not only did the doctor take care of the autopsy, he is also closely connected to pretty much everyone in the case.
Try something new.
And we can say we have 83% interview and 45% information and 1/4 of the available evidence, and we still have no idea who did anything.
Well, we've got a pretty good idea. It's just we can't do anything about it.
Know who the murderer is yet? You know, if you keep working at this pace, people are going to lose confidence in it. So,
Shut up!
Well, Harold, are you making any progress at all?
I'm not making any progress because you are literally refusing me access to anything. And that's the
All
problem.
warrants.
Give me all the warrants, all of them. I am not jumping the gun. You are simply not giving me
Come on, Harold.
anything to work with.
Listen.
Can we just arrest everyone? I mean, just bring them all in and threaten them with violence. Let's solve this the old-fashioned Chicago way. The fact that I can't bring in the woman in whose house I found the blood-stained scarf of the victim, I mean, what the hell do you want me to do? Jeez. Okay, so who do I need to speak to, do you think, in order to get access to the doctors?
Who... Didn't the doctor take in someone's kid? Do we have access to that kid?
From what I understand, he has connections to both the Robins, the Holdings and the Carringtons. I've spoken to everyone in all those locations and they just simply do not seem to care terribly much.
What is this all about?
This is about murder, ma'am. Murder.
I don't know.
You claim to not know Simon Randall. Well, who here does know Simon Randall? Because I need to know where he works.
I've met him. I don't.
And then of course we have Ralph.
I don't know him.
Who is about... I mean,
Hey, I
yeah.
forgot. I left Nick and his girlfriend at about 10 o'clock. After
Yeah,
that,
they
I
dropped you off
just
near
walked
the
and
murder place, and you claim to be walking around in the area, and then you went home.
No. I don't know anything.
It's like,
I don't know it.
Jesus, ever-living Christ.
And then he goes and writes a report about essentially that.
Yeah, pretty much. The perfect murder. Seriously, it feels like everyone is just clamming up and doing their damnedest to make sure not to say anything about anyone.
Oh, it's Mr. Harold.
Do you know Simon Randall? No, you of course have no idea who that is.
Sure, I know Ralph. He's a friend of my boyfriend, Nick. As a matter of fact, the night of the crime, the three of us were out driving around. He's really cute.
Trust me, Ikesh, if we could, we really would.
Yeah. Ah.
I don't...
What about the rape at Downshill?
I think my shift ended around 7 o'clock that night.
Yeah. And we've spoken to Nick, and Nick basically gives us nothing. Because he's a dick. Then we had the Home Estate Agency, because we know that this is where they bought that parking lot from. And apparently there was a lot of trouble about that.
I'm not lying. No. I left at 10 o'clock. Or maybe it was
I'm not
11.
lying, but I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see Mr. Holding when I was leaving work that day. He was in a... What? What? Martha is my second wife. My first wife died of heart disease. I don't drive. It's going...
Do you know Simon
I'm a very
Randall?
healthy man. I haven't been to a doctor in years. I don't know any... I've
How
never
about
had
James McBain?
I don't know.
Ah, well, right, we know that Mr. Holding was out and on the move. The question is then, where did he go?
Welcome. Sorry, the boss isn't here, but maybe the gen...
Well then, where is the boss? Where is
My
Tony
father
Holding?
The company from his father-in-law. Lately, things have been real tough in the business world, and he's having... Miss. He has a clinic near my house.
Yes. I get told that he has a clinic near your house. Well, I sort of need the address.
Business? It's a horse riding club. Bill used to be president. We were... I don't know.
I will get you all. Someday.
Colin Francis, I think it's menu based. Oh no.
No, you can't click around this house. You can only go to one of those red squares, sadly. If it was that simple, I would just smash the one button over every single building.
How can I help you?
I need to speak to Tony.
People say that he's a very good doctor.
Yes, well, that's wonderful.
I was home all that night.
Yeah, you claim you were home all that night, but I have witnesses that
I hate to
claim
say
that
this,
you
but he never really
weren't.
flaunted his extra...
Say that they saw you hurrying about
I
outside.
suppose someone's already told you that I married into money. The HH company was founded by my wife's father. I drive a black BMW. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time before we get out of this slump.
Shove every piece of evidence in his face.
Pretty much, yeah. Why do I still not have access to the clinic? It's all to piss me off.
Still more questions.
Wow, that is the most annoying voice so far.
About the deceased CEO, you should ask the president. He's in the back room.
I just want to grab your tie and slam your face down on the reception counter.
He's the family doctor and also an old friend.
But where does he live?
Taking the day off. McBain and I have been friends since we were boys. Just another lousy writer who can't sell any... What happened? What happened?
Yeah, please do go on. Keep talking, don't just stop after that.
My wife Helen died of cancer about 20... The Robbins Trading Company...
Seriously, I go ballistic about that, because he clearly has something to say, but he's hiding it, but I can't push him at all. I can just stand there and go, okay. Well, sorry for bothering you, I guess.
I'm just the, police.
Yeah,
It's not like I have the right
I'm
to
just
this information.
I'm just a homicide detective. It's not like, I have a place asking questions or anything. Let's see, let's visit McBain again. We didn't
You
really
again.
speak to him much.
Swell.
Yeah, a note of sarcasm. just a slight bit.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay, wonderful. You're friend with Mr.
Sorry,
Randall. The question
I
is then, where is he?
Who?
Seriously.
I've never... Marriage? Business at the movie theater? It was just for fun, no big deal. Just a bunch of... It's none of my
Someone
business,
tried looking
but
for a
I'll tell you
walkthrough
what I
last
know.
week, didn't they?
You must have heard about
Yeah, and there's not a
bed.
single one on the entire internet. No
I
one has
left
ever
here
completed
about
this game,
10 o'clock,
apparently.
And then I went to bed.
I'm not terribly surprised, honestly. Who the hell do I need to speak to get at Simon Randall? Seriously, just make a Google search for Simon Randall and see whatever comes up. The question is, who the hell is left to speak to, more or less? I've spoken to all the Robinsons, I've spoken to all the Holdings, and I've spoken to all the Carringtons as well. So I'm simply just stumped, honestly. So I did speak to the daughter approximately 3 or 4 times last week. But sure. I'll humour you.
How can I help you? Dr. Randall is the Robbins family?
Yes, I know.
I don't...
Who do
He and
you
my
know
dad have
anyway?
been friends since they were... I don't know. He can be stubborn at times. I still can't believe anyone... I haven't talked with Janet's father. Poor thing. I haven't... Pamela's been with the family. I can't... He and my dad have been friends. It's a local women's group that my mother... I
like the alibi of I was home all evening. What evidence exactly do you have of that? I mean, if you just say, yeah, I was totally here all night long, wink, wink. I would like some evidence to corroborate that fact, because I can't really just take you on your word. This bloody store, it doesn't help us very much at all. And the big Robin's house. Guess we can go there and grill the people living here a bit more.
Who is it? Dr. Randall is the Robbins family.
His clinic is located near here. Yeah, you told me that last week, but you didn't actually pop up on the map.
Map.
I seriously hope it does this time.
I had... Can you believe there was speculation that Bill had committed the crime? Just proof. I remember hearing that years and years...
Alright, did that perhaps unlock it, please God? Or yes, it did. I've asked her the exact same question 3 times, but this time we actually got access to the Randall Clinic.
Are you shitting me?
What the hell is wrong with this game? She was one of the very first people I asked about Simon Randall. She is the one responsible for calling him whenever the Robbins family is feeling down. Jesus.
It's you, Inspector.
Right, so now whenever we get stuck we have to ask everyone every question 4 times.
And that is a competent doctor. His eyes are crossed, his forehead is half his head, and his nose is longer than my forearm.
Simon, 58.
58 years old, and let me guess, you're a doctor.
What is this, a paternity suit?
Just give me your blood type, you
My wife
bastard.
died 5 years ago. I don't have any children, but my assistant. I collect... I'm a practicing doctor. Boston. I don't...
A lot of people around here that come from
I
Boston for
don't-
some reason.
That's Jen. Edward and I are old friends. He's a stubborn old... He's a nice... She's... I don't...
Let's grill him about everyone.
There. I'm worried about her.
It's nice to know that we've got a very confidential doctor here referring to
My house.
Yeah.
some of the townspeople as a classy woman.
When she has something to say, that
And stubborn old geezer, someone who's literally the same age he is.
you know,
There's something strange about Stanley Howard, says the doctor.
I was here until late. When I examined the body, I noticed that the wound was quite shallow. If I were to speculate, I'd say Bill was stabbed by a woman.
Huge blinking red light here. Okay, we already have a female suspect, but I'm not allowed to bring her in. But now the doctor is literally saying yes,
I drive a blue
most likely stabbed by a woman. And look, here is a blue car. We know that a blue car left the scene. This is the only person in town who has a blue car. Jesus. Just... wow. Okay. Apparently his assistant is not there. The question is, where is she then? Perhaps at Dr. Randall's house, because she's a live-in. Yes, there is a blue car parked in front of the house. Okay. Blue car. He has a younger woman living in his home. She is friends with the person who has been having an affair with the victim. A blue car was seen leaving the scene. That woman is the only woman in town that we know that has access to a blue car.
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Susan, I'm 24 years old. I'm a nurse at the Randall.
Another interesting thing of note as well, those earrings we found, SM.
My blood...
She has the
both my
same
parents have passed
initials.
away. I don't have any brothers or sisters either. I like postmodern... I'm a qualified... I was born in... I don't belong... I only talked to him once, when he... I'd never...
What the hell is
He
postmodern?
stops by sometimes.
As in referring to music, it came from the future.
I don't know. I've never...
It's
Sorry.
probably too deep for you. It's pretty indie.
My father and Simon were close.
But yeah, it basically means I can't listen to proper music, so I listen to the stupidest shit I can so that I seem deep.
I don't know.
The night of the murder, the doctor said that he was going to Mr. McBain's house. Despite this, the doctor claims that he was in the office all night long.
I don't know. Sorry.
Why is everyone lying?
I was in my... Nothing in particular. I'm not ready to get... I don't have a car.
Yes, you do have a car. It's parked in the lot right in front of the building. Yeah, I honestly think that everyone did it. Everyone is in on it. It's probably going to end like one of those horror movies. Basically, I just look over my papers and I realize it, and I look out the window and I see the entire town come walking onto the teeth towards the police station, and I rush into that room and realize that even the other police officers are left. And suddenly the emulator is lagging like hell.
The game is really trying its hardest to hinder you.
Well, hang in there.
Hang in there.
Well, Harold, are you making any progress at all? Don't just stand there like a...
Seriously, that nurse must have stabbed me with a needle filled with prescription medication or something, because the walls are melting. Let's make sure to save a state here, because I do not want this to end badly. But apparently, the emulator is going absolutely berserk for some reason.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm just gonna mute Skype just so I can listen in on this glorious occasion that's happening.
I understand.
Okay, now I apparently get a search warrant for the holdings. Why?
Come on,
I haven't uncovered any information that would give me that ability. I mean, what is wrong with you?
Listen. Listen.
Why do you just randomly hand out warrants for no reason?
Listen, Harold. Listen.
Listen, Harold. You are tired. You should rest. Rest.
Listen.
Rest. Rest. Rest.
Listen.
It seems like it's going to end up like Earthbound, and reality is just going to break down.
Yeah, everything is just going to slowly fall apart at the seams. Okay, but now apparently we have a search warrant for the holdings. Despite me not actually even being near the house since last time, more or less.
How can I help you?
You can help me by getting out of my way, lady. Alright. Where do we go? Tony and Lucy's room. Show me everything. Tacky dresses, eh? Steal them. Is this going to be another one of those red herrings where there's literally nothing to find? Yeah. There is literally nothing in here. I can get a search warrant, but searching it gives me nothing. Then what's the point?
Lumberjack is clearly the fashion police.
Seriously, why did you give me a search warrant for a building that contains nothing? You knew, didn't you, you prosecutor piece of shit? He's in it. Yeah, seriously, he has got to be in on it. They're all in on it. Jesus Christ. Okay, so who the hell do we need to speak to this time, I wonder? Let's head back to Howard, because we know that he's a dick. Let's grill him a bit.
You again.
I don't know him.
You claim you don't know Simon Randall, despite the fact that he was the man who removed your appendix.
Over to Rand.
And you claim to know the nurse. How about I just stab you, seriously? Also, I like this one. I didn't steal any car, come on! If someone answered me like that, and if I was a police officer, my first action would be, okay, why don't you tell me a bit more about that stolen car that you apparently know about? And we notice that he has a lot of money despite the fact that he is not actually making any money, so we know that he's in on something. So let's head over to the bank and see if we can speak to the bloody president again, and maybe this time he will actually, you know, answer our questions instead of completely ignore the police.
The name's not familiar.
And you apparently do not know anyone. I don't know, but what? Keep talking. I just don't understand. Why? Why can't I just push them a little bit? If they clearly are hiding something, they have something to say, why won't the game actually let me...
What do you want now?
Well, the search warrant you gave me came up with nothing, because I don't even know why you gave me that search warrant, because I didn't really need it or want it in the first place. I actually did... I mean, why would you even?
Didn't the last warrant you get also lead to nothing?
Yeah, it was another red herring. It's been red herrings straight, basically. Okay, now apparently I can get a search warrant for Mr. McBain's house, a place I haven't visited since last time I was here. What the ever-living hell is wrong with you? Seriously, I think they're just toying with me. I mean, why would I suddenly gain access to Mr. McBain's house?
You again. Swell.
Well, he is a bit of a dick.
I have a warrant. Fuck off. Your instincts tell you that there's something hidden in the fireplace. Your instincts are wrong. Wop wop wow.
Some detective you are.
Book of membership in the Red Tie Club. Wonderful. I'm sure that will become in handy somehow. So I like that the only evidence is that we literally walk into his house, climb up into his fireplace, get up, dust the suit off onto his floor, walk into his bedroom, rifle through his drawers and say, "Aha, we found your personal notebook, I'm bringing this with me," and then he just walks away. What the hell is wrong with this police officer?
I like that we need to have a specially qualified
This is
person to read a
membership
book.
roster for the Red Tie Club. There are only 4 names listed.
Henry Klein. Henry Klein is a name that hasn't appeared before now.
Edward Robbins,
So we have a
Simon
mystery man.
Randall, and
Heart safe,
Henry
maybe?
Klein.
Might be, might be. That means that we will visit Mr. McBain, Mr. Robbins and Mr. Randall and ask them about Henry Klein.
You look dead.
You look dead on your feet. But it's okay, you can rise from your grave. What the hell is going on here?
Still more
Man, seriously, just shut up. I'm not even here to speak to you. So how about you just get the hell out of my way? Let's see if we can even ask about Henry Klein. No. Apparently I can't. The only good lead in like several in-game days, and I'm not allowed to talk to the bastards about him. I suppose I can ask about the club again, since I have evidence that he's a member, but he's probably going to say, I don't know anything.
What
Maybe the book will come up in the...
What happened, ellipsis?
It's not really much of an answer, that, is it?
No, and I can't even bring the book up.
Robbins trade
It's amazing. I am literally standing here with the book, with his name in it in my hand, and I ask about the Red Kite Club, and he answered, well, you see, what happened was, and then he just turns around and lights up a cigar instead.
So have we actually sort of progressed in any way because of something we actually thought would be the logical choice rather than just pure determination?
Since basically the first 10 or so minutes of the game, no, nothing. Which is slowly but surely making me just a little bit annoying. Well, let's act Dr. Quasimodo Randall here. What's the meaning of your visits? Well, wouldn't you want to know? I want to know who Henry Klein is. You claim to not know anything about the Red Tie Club, but the funny thing is that you are one of the only 4 members. And I know this because I have evidence collected from the residence of one of the other charter members.
Can you imagine if novels were written in the same way as this? I visited Randall for the 5th time in 2 days.
Oh, we can actually push the guy about this one.
Well,
It's doing a lot of good, I see.
Seriously, just spit it out! We both know that you were one of the charter members, and I need to know. A man has been murdered, and you are just holding your friends' backs.
Edward left.
My God, I hate you so much. One of my hates. And then there's the freaking Henry Klein. Who the hell even is that? We don't know.
You should take a break. I'm worried.
I can't take a break, you stupid... Don't you understand? I'm at the cusp of solving this whole case.
Hey, JB. With the guts you want,
That's a pretty much one more person to interview.
Yeah. Because now we have literally met everyone except for the mysterious heart-safe person.
I wonder what his name is.
And
I
of
mean,
course we have
yeah.
this interesting icon, because this Carrington apparently supposedly died before the game starts. But for some reason the icon for his face is the same icon as J.B. Harold on the front of the game. So I have no idea. Well, time to troll for more variants, I guess.
I mean, that icon can't be you, because otherwise you have two kids that when you talk to just have no idea who you are.
What do you
Not to
want
mention the
now?
fact that the main character is supposed to be 32, I think. So he must have started young if they were that old.
Come on.
Seriously, just give me free hands, prosecutor. You know I can solve this case. Just give me a machine gun, an armored car, and I will take care of this, okay? I'm not jumping my gun. What I'm doing is pushing my gun into your face and telling me that you will give me the warrant.
Listen.
Seriously, can't we bring McBain in? I know that he's hiding something. I've been grilling him about the Red Tie Club and he's just holding out on me.
Listen.
And he apparently can't because he's one of the richest people in town.
Listen. Listen. Listen.
Apparently we can't bring him in either.
Hey.
However, we can now bring in Stanley Howard! Wonderful! Another person that hasn't been relevant for like 2 hours! Sure, let's go grab him! Oh wait, actually, I almost forget, they grab him automatically, so I just need to go to the interrogation room.
Wait, which one's Stanley Howard again? The
writer.
yeah.
Well then, Mr. Howard, I have no idea why you are actually here, but
Listen.
To be fair, if he does admit to anything, it's probably just going to be for stealing a car. It's not actually going to have anything to do with the murder.
yeah. I'm just going to parade this evidence in front of you. Including your own bank book. Please do tell me something about your own bank book, sir. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? And apparently I'm not allowed to push this guy either. I'm interrogating him and he is literally just looking in every direction except for my eyes.
I'm a writer. At the time of the murder, I was home.
This is a clearly good use of our time.
Yeah. Seriously, why is the prosecutor telling me to consistently bring in people that have nothing to do with anything?
What can I tell you? I don't know.
So yeah, basically the prosecutor told me to arrest someone who apparently has nothing to do with it.
You look dead.
I just...
And he took a walk.
So where am I supposed to go and who am I supposed to grab? I have no idea. Can't we go to the priest and ask for absolution for all our sins? Maybe God will help us out.
I think we really need to find that last person book. So we have spoken to all the people, other people mentioned, haven't we?
Yeah.
Are there any
heart
relatives
safe.
or close members to those people we could ask?
Yeah, but you know, heart safe, as you can see, it's a person there who is not connected to anyone else. So I have no clue who it is.
Oh no, I mean connected to
so
the other
it's
people
just-
in the book. So like Randall's adopted daughter, or
I have asked all the family members in the past, and they basically said that they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Have you asked since you got the book?
No, admittedly, I haven't, but that's going to take 10 minutes.
That's going to take time. I'd rather just arrest people.
Well, yeah, basically. Let's just keep bringing people in until we get the right guy, seriously. There aren't that many people in this town. Come on, let me search the church. I bet they're hiding something down there. I haven't played a game in my entire life where there isn't something horrible, horrible, horrible in the church.
Listen. Listen. Listen.
Come on, Bros, let me just bring him in.
Listen.
I also like that, hilarious enough, he gives you arrest warrants for the only people that you really have nothing. You have like, I have like half a dozen people that I have enough evidence against to make a decent case already, but they are not allowed to be arrested. For some reason. I just don't know what the hell. So, who do we need to ask? I have no idea. Let's search Howard's apartment when he's not there. Perhaps we might find something that is hidden somewhere. No, I doubt it. Nope. Nothing. So times like these, I wish I was actually a smoker so I could just light one up in real life and calm my nerves a bit.
You could always do the alternative of take up drinking.
But I don't drink either, sadly.
There aren't really many other vices.
Not really, no. It would be like wild, mindless masturbation or something, but that would probably be unrecommended during a live stream. Can you just imagine me going, you know guys, just give me a moment. Just switch off the mic and then I come back and I suddenly just feel so much more relaxed. Oh, right, so.
What?
You claim to know nothing. You claim to know nothing, but I know that you know that I know that you know.
At this stage, I'm not sure I know anything anymore.
No, the only, as the great thinker once said, the only thing we know is that we know nothing. Seriously though, this is freaking ridiculous. I honestly have no idea where we could possibly bring another lead. I mean, the funny thing is that so far, in regards to the case, we still have no idea where the victim went after he left the cafe. He walks out of this building, and then he disappears for 2 hours, and then he is found dead down here. I mean, so far we have not been able to uncover a single shred of information on what actually happened to him. We have been unraveling all kinds of dirty secrets and finding people everywhere, but nothing. Coleman Francis suggests speaking to Miss McNally about the doctor's membership in the Red Tie Club. As good a lead as any, I suppose. I want to know about this, but apparently I can't actually ask about that. Do you know the man you worked for?
Father, Simon, we're close friends.
Do you know Ralph Carrington? No? Okay, well that's a bitch and a half. How about Shelley MacDonald? Ever met her? No. Well, aren't you useless?
What about the book? Can we show that?
Can't ask about the book. Because that would make things too easy. Which is really what annoys me the most about this. I can't confront people with what I have. Is that like that guy who says, I don't know what the Red Tie Club is, when the Red Tie Club membership list is literally him and 3 other people?
It strikes me as being very weird because in pretty much any other adventure game, you would be able to show people anything, and if they had nothing to do with that item, they just have a stop, I don't know anything response. But
Yeah.
at least you'd be able to offer that whole list rather than everyone has a selected list of inventory that you can or can't show.
Yeah, here it's literally, okay, I have the evidence, but I'm not allowed to use it. My personal favorite is that bloody scarf I found with the victim's blood on it in Shelley's apartment. And then I wanted to confront Shelley about it, but I can't actually ask about the bloody scarf I found in her bedroom. You'd think that the police would want to bring that up.
They would do, unless they wanted to withhold it for a specific reason, if in case they wanted to use it later, but then at least explain that.
Perhaps Henry is a dead guy. It is entirely possible that Henry Klein is a dead man.
You surprised me.
Your voice surprises me. The worst thing is, I bet that Henry Klein hasn't actually appeared anywhere here yet, because
The thing is that if Henry
if
Klein's
only there were a
dead-
membership list. I have a membership list. It's right here. I'm holding it in my hand. Could I please present it to you, since you even want to see it? Seriously, it makes no sense. This guy brings it up. If only there were a membership list. I have the membership list. I mean, what the ever-loving hell? It just makes no freaking sense. None of it. I have so many shreds of evidence. I have countless shreds of evidence, but no big, meaty piece of evidence that I can force people to shout down on. That is what I need.
You'd think a bloody knife would have done that.
You'd think so, yeah. A bloody knife and a bloody scarf with the victim's blood on it.
Welcome.
Let's go speak to the ogre again. I like the ogre.
I... Yes, yes. Mystery novel fanatic.
The thing is, Coleman Francis, that he has said that several times earlier. So you'd think that that would actually, you know, hold the trigger open so that when I actually get the damn book, that's enough. But apparently not.
The thing is that the guy in the graveyard seems so unrelated, it might be enough to warrant an arrest warrant.
Yeah, it just might be, right? Well, this random psychology professor made a completely silly reference to something completely different, so how about another warrant? Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
I like the fact that we are not even allowed to search the cafe where the victim was last seen, because apparently that is...
Well, then you'd find out about their terrible health and safety record.
I suppose. Just give me all the warrants. I'm also not allowed to search the parking lot where the guy was killed, which I found really amazing. You can't just go around bothering people on a crime scene, Mr. Policeman.
Listen. Listen.
I'm telling you, man, let me just bring everyone in and I'll fix this right up.
Listen.
At least let me bring in McDonald's, since we both know that she's in on it somehow. Jesus.
You look dead. Excuse the expression. Object stolen. Reported
Oh, way to go, Psi Alpha.
object.
Alright, so we know that Henry Klein is dead. That means that he might be either that man who was killed
Object.
So,
the
yeah, do we
car
go and talk to
accident.
what's her name about him? Maybe? I don't know if he's even relevant at this stage.
Maybe.
Reported.
And there's no way of knowing, which is what pisses me off. And even if he is related, there's nothing I can do to force anything out of it.
Dead.
And seeing as he's dead, that means the heart safe person is still another character we haven't met or heard about.
Yep.
Ugh.
Quick look at the analysis. This is that we know nothing about anyone. So apparently we can find information about Henry Klein in the records room.
AJB.
Then why the hell can't I?
Possibly we don't have the record. How does the records room even work?
They don't really.
There's just some stuff in there.
Yeah, it hasn't actually updated since the beginning of the game, which I find amazing. Because apparently I haven't found anything relating to anything since the game started.
Even though in every single location that we've been able to done a look search.
Yep.
You look dead.
Well, it just might be that I am dead, Catherine, because this is clearly hell. I am in purgatory. Well, we're clearly not making any progress today either.
Well, we've made some. It's just,
Well, the funny thing is that we made progress in finding everyone, but we haven't actually made any progress on the actual case.
Mm.
We still have no more evidence and we still have no new suspects. We just know more people.
We've doubled our arrest tally, though.
That is true. It's just too bad that he seems to be either A, not involved, or B, our guy is an idiot.
Come on, Psi Alpha, do this for us.
Yeah, C, all of the above. Or more, by now it's more like Z, all of the preceding alphabet of idiotic things. Well, I honestly don't even know where the heck to go from this point on. Yeah, I guess we can confront Robbins again. Have a chat about the Red Tie Club. You there, shut up. I'm not here to talk to you.
Yeah, I was going to say the only other thing I could think of is just to brute force and
What happened?
do everything procedurally.
Robin's Trading Co.
There are so many people I would like to talk to about with this guy, but they don't show up in the freaking list. It's so annoying. Seriously, I just feel so completely horribly railroaded somehow. Because no matter what I do, the game decides when and if I'm actually allowed to do anything.
Psy Alpha, see if you can get that a picture of that sort of family tree type picture. Because I think if there are people we want to talk to about certain other people, but we can't for whatever reason, the next best option is to go to whoever's closely linked to them. And yeah, when I was looking up earlier, I found on GameFAQs, the only thing that's on there is how to get to the music test site, which apparently you can only do once the game is finished. So someone managed to find out how to do that by finishing the game, yet hasn't actually told you how to finish it. They've just told you about the stupid music test.
Torture just continues endlessly. Well, let's visit the parking lots. Talk to this asshole.
Your ticket, sir.
Let's talk to this freak.
Yeah, but this guy is a complete freaking arsehole. Seriously. Just straight up asshole.
I don't even understand how. I mean, even though some of the other portraits look bad, this guy just doesn't even look human.
Yeah, he's some sort of orc or something.
Don't go saying I told you this. Feel right.
I do think it's actually pretty amazing that we have found a game that is so hard to find any information on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this entire game just exists in a black hole.
Also,
And this guy, for example, makes a note that the victim was having a row with the owner of the real estate agency, and I tried to discuss this with this guy right off, but he didn't feel like talking about it at all. So, I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Things have been hard. I was opposed to their marriage from the start. Janet was mad. He's at no.
I know that you know. It will just come down to making you talk about it.
Martha's my second. I don't.
I like how angry he sounds when you ask about Red Tie Club.
What? I haven't the faintest idea.
It's like you suddenly asked him a difficult question about theoretical physics or something.
My blood.
And he's an AB. Something to keep in mind, I suppose.
I can't even remember this stage. What blood was found on the knife and the scarf? Was it B?
AB.
AB,
Victim.
right.
And so far in the game there are only 2 or 3 people total, the victim included, that has AB. Might be time to just retire for the evening. It's almost 1 AM over here. I have asked the doctor about organizations and he claims he is not actually part of any.
Even
which
though
we know
have direct evidence to the
which
contrary,
we
but
know is a
not sure.
lie. But you know,
Come on.
that's not enough apparently.
Work faster, Psi Alpha. Patience is running out.
Come on.
I like though that you can ask a search warrant for the local burger joint. It's like, yeah, if you could just give me access to their freezer, I'm sure
Their
I could find
fries,
something
man,
interesting. Yeah.
They do something to them. It's just, I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's criminal. Speaking of fries and fast food, goddamn, I'm going to get myself some chicken wings after this.
Listen. Listen. Listen.
Look, I'm going to arrest you unless you give me another warrant, okay? A freaking citizen's arrest, because you are too incompetent to have the position you do.
Listen, Harold.
To be honest, considering his criteria for handing out arrest warrants, it wouldn't surprise me if you could get one on him.
Pretty much. I mean, I just find it so amazing that he's all too happy to give out warrants for places he knows that there is nothing to find, or for people he clearly knows are not involved at all. But if I go, okay, I found a bloody scarf, I found earrings with her initials, we know that she was in an affair with the victim, fucking him behind his wife's back, and she knows someone who has a blue car, and the blue car was seen leaving the scene. The ass goes, "That's not enough to go on, Harold. You're jumping the gun.
That's a good point.
Now we'll go arrest a Mexican or something."
Yeah, it's somewhere southern. But yeah, that's a good point. Let's go back and talk to Shelley. Because, fuck it, she's guilty as hell.
Yeah, I mean, she's in on it somehow. I mean, we know that she's in up to her neck in this shit. It's just a matter of forcing her to actually admit it.
Repeat each
Kick in the
option
door.
at least 10 times.
Yeah,
Then something's gonna happen.
just keep asking, who done it? You done it? You done it? It was you, wasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Yeah. Fucking useless bitch.
I wouldn't.
I also like that whole "I don't know her very well." So you do know her.
Oh,
But you're not going to tell me about it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I found this scarf with your lover's blood on it underneath your bed. And you claim that you have no idea what it is. Well, I'll just leave it to it. I mean, it's not like I should force you. I'm going to punch you in the tits until you beg for mercy. Seriously, this is what causes police brutality, seriously. Good lord.
Fixel Brump has just been doing something completely
Yeah.
unrelated. I'm quite envious.
Yeah, congratulations on beating Xenoblade. I am still stuck somewhere on the sword, I think, and I haven't actually played it for several weeks. Too many games I have to play for work, so I don't actually get around to playing games I want to play. Seriously, I have Nier, Xenoblade, Yakuza 4 and all kinds of games just lying around, half completed, but I just don't have time to play the damn things.
Yeah, I'm starting to build up my own backlog. Been getting back home at 7 PM each night, which doesn't leave me in the mood for gaming these days.
Yeah. The worst part of games that it actually takes a while to, you know, get into, so you can't just pick them up and play for 10 minutes and put them down again.
No.
But these games that you have to put at least 1 hour in every time you start it up, and you just look at your watch and you hear your stomach rumbling, and you're already starting to get tired, and you realize that this just isn't going to work.
No, and
There is no one across the table, yes, because I am the murderer. I confess. I confess.
just to end this damn thing, I'll admit.
Bill Robbins made a fool out of me. It's true.
Apparently you changed your confession since last time we spoke. Interesting.
Huh. Wait, what? Is he actually saying something new?
Yeah, he's bringing up the car all of a sudden.
That
Huh.
And now he admits that he stole and sold the car. Why the ever-living fuck didn't you tell me this the last time I presented you with the exact same evidence, you son of a bitch? I am going to pistol whip you until you will have scars for life.
Oh, come on, Arthur, see the positives.
Yeah,
We
at
got
least,
something new.
yeah, at least this guy is now set for going to prison. Thank you, Psi Alpha, for asking me to interrogate him again.
I'll say, Alpha, what made you think of that?
He's just desperately trying to keep us doing something, I was about to say.
Robbins made a fool. It's true.
From this point on, just do whatever Psi Alpha says.
I
only stole one lousy car.
Although, what happened to that other guy, Shocky, I think? He seems to have played this before.
Hi, Tracy.
How's
He
the
was at least
investigation
familiar.
going? Yeah, I got enough confession for someone else for a completely different, unrelated crime. I am literally solving crimes around the murder, but I have...
Unless it was a blue car.
Yeah, well, apparently no one knows, because they didn't actually tell you what the color of the bloody car was.
But
Suspect.
there is only one car that is related to the murder scene, as far as I'm aware, so it would just be a supreme dick move if it was a completely unrelated car.
I also love that they just mark it out, suspect, but apparently people that were most likely involved are not suspects. So what suspect means is just they have been arrested. Jesus. Look, get off my back, okay? I caught a car thief. Shut up. Get off my back, Chief.
How many crimes do you want me to solve anyway?
Alright, let's speak to him about the money again. Psi Alpha keeps giving good advice. So, let me know. Do you know Stanley Howard?
The name.
This guy is just so guilty of other things, seriously. You can just tell by the looks of him.
It's clearly well fed, at least.
What is your blood type? That's everything I wanted to know, thank you. I'll just leave now, thank you. I really like the idea of a police officer just slamming into your office, banging his fist on the table, what's your blood type? And you're like, A? And then he just walks out. Disappears. It's gone for several days. And even after the murderer is found, they never tell you why he asked. But okay, so we have convicted one criminal. That's good.
So wait, has he actually gone to jail now or something?
No, he's still being held, since it's still possible that he's involved in the murder, so we're going to keep him until we're 100% sure that he's innocent of that, at least.
Oh, okay.
We can call in Barkley and see if he has changed it up.
My name is Man.
I can't imagine Barclay's done anything. I don't understand why a warrant was given for him.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that the prosecutor is a complete and utter horrible racist.
What can,
He's visiting from Brazil. Ah, arrest the bastard.
what
He's
can
probably done something.
what
As
can
far as I
get-
can tell, the only thing that links him is he took a walk on the road where the body was found.
Yeah, he was around, and apparently he spoke on the phone with the victim in the days leading up to it, and he has been involved in crimes in his home country, apparently.
Oh,
Supposedly.
really? Okay.
So let's see who we are allowed to search today, I was about to say.
I bet if we do get anything, it's going to be someone completely unexpected.
Yeah, he's just going to randomly send him to his own house.
I
You better make sure, you know, just in case.
Check my place out. There might be something I left there.
While you're at it, maybe you can clean out my wardrobe. It's been a while, you know.
this
Well,
this
the funny thing is that, seriously, we have been able to catch and convict a criminal, but not the criminal we're actually looking for. I bet this is how it's going to end up, properly. I'm going to have arrested like 20 people and convicted them all of all kinds of crimes, but the murder will still be on the loose. And then it turns out it was a suicide.
It's a really dirty city. You're just getting to the bottom of it.
Oh, dear lord. Yeah, I suppose we can have a chat with the parking lot guy. I was actually planning on going there anyway. Bring up
What's
the car.
our completion record thing look like?
I'll go have a look in a while. The car is still missing though, which is interesting.
Wait, this game got a remake?
Yep, it was remade and re-released fairly recently. Mentioned that last week too, I think.
I must have blocked that out. 2008. Christ.
Yep. Apparently that was...
Someone actually decided this was worth re-releasing.
Yeah, this was one of those games that really needed to be portable, you know?
To be fair, I could see how this would work with how it would be quite nice with a stylus and touchpad, etc. But it's just several decades too late.
What I find most interesting is that, I mean, there are several really good detective games from this era, so why would you port this? I mean, that is the big question at hand, really. I mean, if you have a choice between various masterful ones, and just no.
they got you.
And okay, we have a 92% interview.
Give up.
Right,
Quite
so...
safe again. That's
Make a
bastard. Why doesn't he just come out?
Yeah, so the funny thing
Each day,
is
whatever.
that we have interviewed almost everyone in the game, and we have roughly 60% of the available information. But that is still not enough to even get us anywhere. I also like that our interrogation meter didn't actually jump up despite the fact that I convicted Stanley Howard of the crime of stealing the car.
That just proves to me that you will, in fact, interrogate everyone in town.
Yeah, sooner or later I'm probably going to have everyone in there. I mean, everyone on the prosecution's list for arrest warrants will be arrested sooner or later. I mean, we can probably all agree on that, but that's how it's going to work out.
That's the thing.
How many of these people are actually involved in anything? Who knows?
After this, you gotta bust people for drug dealing, small-time robbery, various other minor criminal acts, but you're never actually going to find the murderer.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone on that big interconnecting list of people are going to jail or prison for various things. And then I'm just going to sit there with an empty notebook and all the names have just been crossed out, and I realize, wait a minute, there's no one left. Then who's the murderer? Meanwhile, on Hawaii, a hired assassin is enjoying a long-awaited vacation.
Having had several weeks to be able to get away while the investigator was pissing around.
Look, I know that you're a member of the Red Tie Club. I don't even care what you claim. Look, I know, okay? I know. And yes, I know that you told me you were here all the time, but you have no witnesses to corroborate that statement.
Huh. I wonder how many people... Sorry, just going off what Alpha just said. I wonder how many people would know who got plastic surgery.
In this town, I think they all warrant some, at least.
I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 portraits I've seen that look vaguely humanish.
Organizations. I don't belong to any organizations. Well, what about the Red Tie Club? I don't know anything about the Red Tie Club.
This is so
You were one of the
retarded.
founding members, you moron. I have the book in my hand that states black on white your name as one of the founding members. Why can't I say this? This is what frustrates me. Why can't I just literally slap the bastard with the book and say, yoo-hoo! Look what I've got! Now since you've been lying repeatedly to a police officer, I'm just going to arrest you. I don't care if you're innocent, I'm going to put you in jail for 48 hours anyway.
Just because you pissed me off.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't fuck with J.B. Harold, he'll kick your ass.
But seriously, can everyone on the stream say, is there something against members of law enforcement directly presenting evidence to people who it convicts that somehow
I know
allow you
that
to
they
do so?
aren't supposed to do it.
It
because,
does strike me as something that you shouldn't normally do, but it's just really fucking annoying.
in this case, yeah, I mean, seriously, there are limits to how retarded things can be. I mean, sure, you can't really bring up important evidence in an ongoing case of someone who might not be involved. I mean, that's just retarded. You would never do that. And you would naturally never, ever, ever tell someone about the evidence you have against them either, if it was something big. Because that helps them deny it and work around it later. But when it's something like this, it's literally saying, I don't know what the Red Tie Club is, and I have it black on white that he is the founding member. I mean...
And I can see how you wouldn't want to necessarily provoke a certain type of reaction, where if you say, well, actually, no, I know that you did this, and then they could, I don't know, flip out.
Yeah, they'll just they'll clam up most likely and refuse to talk to you.
But at the very, very least, it should give you enough proof for an arrest warrant. Or not even a arrest warrant, just something to say, we need to talk to you in private about this, come with us.
Or at least a search warrant or something, because we know that he's lying. And that is the thing, we know that he's lying.
Nothing in adventure games is ever straightforward.
Seriously, I'm going to use this sound clip in my future LPs. It's going to be my answer to every question that I can't answer about a game I have made. It's just going to be
slow down version.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
It was just for...
I don't care if it was just for fun, you son of a bitch. Tell me what you did.
Edward left here at about...
Yeah, you claim that Edward left here about 10 o'clock. However, the doctor's nurse says that the doctor was on his way here. So what happened to him? Did he actually visit, or did he go somewhere completely different? And again, the funny thing is that if you then speak to Mr. Randall, sorry, Dr. Randall, he tells you that he was at the clinic all night, but the nurse, the only person that can actually support that statement, is also the only person telling us no, he actually left. So his alibi has more holes than a Swiss cheese after passing through a sieve. But we still can't confront him about it at all. Yes, you claim that you were here the whole time, but we both know you weren't. Ah, yes, this needs the LA Noir I know that you're lying approach. So you can just slam your hands down and say, why do you insist on continuously lying? We both know that you're lying, and that is the worst part. You know that I know that you are lying.
Still more questions.
Seriously, I'm going to murder that guy.
If it's a...
I hate his voice, I hate his looks, and I hate that he's a complete and utter dick for no reason other than because he feels like it.
I'm the manager.
Sorry, can I just ask the chat, are most of you based in the North America region? Because if you're not, I really commend your willingness to stick through this, because it's past midnight here. It's past 1 for Arthur.
Yeah.
If anyone else is staying up this late, I'm amazed.
The most interesting thing is that I actually get a couple of views from Australia, which I found interesting. I mean, do they like get up early in the morning, have a morning cigarette, and
watch out the
sit
stream
down and
until
watch out the
5?
stream? Do you know Susie McNally?
Yeah, the thing is, Johnny, you probably started around, what, 3, 4-ish?
Yeah, around 4 PM, I believe. 1400. Oh wait, no, it's around 2 EST. 1400 hours EST.
That's one hell of a Saturday you have. Sorry, not trying to be mocking or anything, just...
Well, actually, you should. By now, this is very easy to mock. What the heck is going on in this stream, seriously? I always get stuck on the most terrible games as well, and I think that is really the terrible part, because I force people to endure these super shitty games that just make no sense, because I refuse to put them down.
Oh, it's okay, I've been getting probably quite obviously getting progressively more drunk as this has been going on, so I'm quite happy with this, it's fine.
Alright, prosecution, I've been running around talking to random people some more, so how about you give me another warrant, eh? Come on. Come on. You know you want to do it.
Come on.
I still want a search warrant for the Big Burger, because, seriously. What the hell?
Why
What
not?
could I possibly... Oh, hey, look at that! Yep, now I suddenly get one from the Randall Clinic. And for his house! Why? Why?
At this stage, just take it, Arthur, just take it.
Why does he do this to me? Why is he such a dick?
No, Sayaltha, this time I don't actually want you to spoil things, I want to find out.
Alright, let's have a look.
Well,
You find nothing
blow
but...
the whole thing wide open, why don't you?
Concentrated search, but find nothing. At the infirmary, you find nothing of interest. So yeah.
It's just going to be more dick moves, isn't it?
Yep, so we find nothing in the clinic.
Okay, if I was expecting to find a scalpel anywhere, it would have been in the clinic.
Well, you see, he brought the murder weapon home. Because, you know...
We've had the murder weapon for so long, why hasn't that done anything? It hasn't been used in a single piece of conviction.
Nope. No one has any idea what that thing even is. They just look at it and go, okay.
Even the guy whose house we found it is like, what? A knife? I don't know about that.
Yeah, a bloody knife found in my drawers? Well, would you look at that? Shocking, I say, shocking. And then the most interesting part is that they just completely deny that they have any idea how it ended up there.
Knife, earrings? Pfft, I don't know, hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's like literally finding the murder pistol, the pistol used in a murder, together with the empty casings with fingerprints all over in someone's weapon cabinet, and everybody,
Well, holy sir, I found this body in your bedroom. What do you have to say? Oh, really? Wow, I don't know anything about that.
Who put that there, I wonder? It's possible that this scalpel was used in the murder of Bill Robbins, and they could take no fingerprints or bloodstains. Wait. If he was stabbed to death, and you say this may be involved, how could you possibly not find any traces of blood on it?
We think this was involved, but we have absolutely nothing to back that up with. Pure hunch.
It looks like the right kind of weapon, you know? It's something you'd find, you know? I got a good feeling about it. I got a good feeling about the scalpel.
The plausible thing I could think of is that the fact that the stab wound wasn't particularly deep, and a scalpel's not usually especially long.
Alright, now we can finally arrest Dr. Randall, so let's have a chat with him. Hello there, Dr. Randall, how are you doing? I'm going to show you some evidence. These earrings. They're nice, right? Yes, they're very nice. Now, how about this scarf? It's a nice scarf, it's a little bit bloody. This knife looks a little bit nasty, yes, doesn't it? And of course, we also have this bank book. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? No, of course not. Yes. Of course, this book of membership with your name in it that you claim to know nothing about, and you in fact claim to not be a member of.
Wait, so he's actually said, I don't know anything but to every single piece of it.
Well then, how about this? This murder scalpel I found in your room, and you claim to know nothing about it.
Hang on, mister, you left far too many ellipses there.
I'll admit it was a mistake on my part, not to mention that I had been at the McBain's house the night Bill was killed. Yes. Yeah, the funny thing is, I specifically asked you about that, but you lied. Yeah, you literally lied to my face, and now you are telling me that no, I am totally not
Pretty
involved.
sure that by itself is basis for at least a small amount of incarceration.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it's probably obstruction of justice or interfering with an ongoing investigation.
Exactly. So, fuck this guy.
Fuck him.
Fuck
Lock
everyone
him
in
up.
this town.
Just lock him up. Never see him again. And I just like this says, I don't know anything about that scalpel that is clearly mine. That you found in my room. After a bloody murder that might have used a scalpel.
Who the hell else in town would have a scalpel? I mean, it's not something I just keep.
No, I mean,
people just keep around.
Maybe if you work with like plastic models or something.
I don't know. Maybe if you're a doctor or in the medical profession, possibly.
Oh, possibly. You never know.
What do you want?
I want authorization for everything. Look. I know that everyone is in on it, okay? Probably even you.
Come on.
Some very good news from Psi Alpha there.
Yeah. And it was, as I told you, everyone who shows up in this list, you can most assuredly get the warrants for all of them. The problem is just you have to get the right trigger first. And as we have learned, there is no way of knowing.
Kind of a shame
Yes.
about metagaming there, but hey-oh.
Come on.
Well, we pretty much knew it the moment they popped up in the list in the first place.
Yeah.
So how can't we just bring in any of those people who have been lying to my face about every detail of the case? You know, they might know something.
You need to quintuple, double dare them into admitting it.
I double dare you. Come on. Double dare you.
Come on,
Triple
come on,
dare
tell me
you.
what you know about the murder.
I double dare you to give me an arrest warrant. Come on, come on. You know you want to do it. Oh dear Lord. You know what? I think it's time to give up for the evening. It's 1:20 AM and I've been at it for several hours. And, well, again,
Come on.
again,
We're just getting started.
yeah, we're catching everyone except the murderer. Let's just listen to some of that smooth jazz and lean back and realize that... whatever. And I still don't understand why he has rounds for a revolver on a stripper clip. It's not like you can actually load them into the revolver using that thing. I guess you don't want to keep them loose in your pocket or something? But why don't you carry speed loaders, you idiot? That's what they're made for. Jesus. Yeah, Overmint is the one enjoying the Scottish water of life. Personally, I only drink Lafroig.
Absolutely.
So, analysis. How much more do we have? Let's see. The question is, does that actually make Mr. Randall a proper suspect? Yes. He is a suspect now. Wonderful. And how is the investigation progressing? We have 37%. Wait, what?
You may miss something important.
Talking to the doctor and getting all that out of him, that was 2% on the interrogation.
Psyalpha did say you will arrest everyone, so...
Yeah. I will arrest everyone. And I will tell them all that you have all committed crimes during the investigation. Even if you were innocent by the time I met you, after we met and spoke, you weren't anymore.
You will show everyone those earrings. You will show everyone that damn book claiming those 4 members, even if they're completely unrelated to that thread.
Yep. Seriously, my Harold will just sit there and stare at people. And then he'll bring up a big just shopping bag and dig around in it, and he'll just throw out random items onto the table one at a time and just look people in the eye. If they don't react, he picks it back up and puts it back in the bag, rattles around, brings up something new. He just keep doing it.
Based on what the streamers just said there, who is the youngest person in the game, and can you arrest them?
That's a good question. I think that would be the girl working at Gaslight Theatre. After that, it's probably...
I mean, she's going to be, what, 19, 20?
Yeah, I think she's 19.
Yeah, okay.
She's a college student. I'm just going to pour out bloody knives and scalpels in front of her and say, do you recognize any of these murder weapons?
She's just going to flip out. And...
No, show the earrings. Oh, wow, those are like totally nice.
I'll take them if you don't want them.
Oh, wow.
Oh dear.
Well, let's save this stage, shall we?
Probably the
Let's
best
see, I
idea
wonder how
ever.
much time we're up there. Okay, we played this game for 3 hours and 10 minutes total by now.
This deserves its own separate stream.
Seriously, this is actually going to be a full LP. That's the interesting part. I can just cut up these videos and post them in the thread in their own post, and that will be a full LP.
But you've got your thread patterning now, Arthur, so... We'll hit 20 pages with this shit.
I can just post one hour video per day, and it will just keep going for weeks. It was like day 286.
That's a good point.
Robin's family is still quiet.
At the end of this, someone should go through all the videos of this and write up a proper walkthrough, so no one will ever have to suffer through this again.
Yeah,
there will be a definitive internet
and
source.
And the worst thing is that since all the warrants and triggers are so completely nonsensical, there's really no way to read from the video itself what caused what to happen. Because, I mean, we're literally seeing, I will be interrogating someone, presenting evidence, and I'll say, okay, then I'll walk out, talk to the prosecutor about new warrants, go back in, and he says, okay, I did it.
Yeah, this FAQ would basically say stuff, just do anything you fucking think like, just talk to everyone, and then something will happen.
Yeah, it's like,
you'll
never hesitate. No matter how retarded it may seem, no matter how nonsensical, no matter how far-fetched, slam down on that button. I bet it's going to work. It's going to work. Oh, good lord.
Elliot, you chose a really good time to come back.
Just when we are about to just give up for tonight. Oh god. The funny thing is that we are now officially out of American TurboGrafx games, which means that it will be more Turbo CD games and probably Japanese games from now on. Or we can simply... Really, the next time we were supposed to play the American games, which will be 3 weeks from now, we can simply play JB Harold Murder Club for 4 hours.
JB Murder Club from my time, 7 p.m. till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely wonderful.
If next week's on Javelin doesn't feel like turning up, then, you know, I'll fill in that British.
Yeah. Hi Kirsch, did I play Newtopia? Of course I did. Play all the games. Newtopia is pretty horrible, actually. Plays like shit. It's a shameless Zelda clone, only worse in every way. Bad, really. Just
what's
really
Newtopia?
bad. Newtopia. It's basically a half-unknown Japanese role-playing game company that went, you know what? That whole Legend of Zelda thing, that seemed to work out. Let's make that game. Only we rename it. Cypher wants me to play Hypersports. Well, the question is then, what the heck is Hypersports? Tell me about Hypersports, Cypher.
No, actually, Cypher, I think we should go back to TV sports. We clearly had a lot of success there.
No. No. I'm not playing those games ever again. Just no. So fucking shitty. Seriously, I'm not the sort of person to curse. But seriously, those games were fucking shit.
I mean, you play games for a living, but fuck those. Those are just... Seriously, I get paid to play some really shitty games and write reviews about them. But even if I got paid, I mean seriously, even if my editor-in-chief just put $100 on the table and say, yeah, play them for 10 hours and write a review, I would just scoot that bill back over and say, you know what, no. Yeah, you can take those $100 in exchange for me not suffering through that shit anymore. Jesus. Oh yes, okay, you're talking about Hypersports for the SG-1000. Man, that was a long time ago. What on earth? Okay, this was probably before I joined in these streams. But
yeah, that must have been 70 weeks. That must have been 20 weeks ago. So like, that is literally 140 days roughly since I played that.
I joined in on this far too late. I've obviously missed out on some really obscure shit.
Yeah, some absolute fucking bullshit, if nothing else.
I mean, I pretty much started at the SMS stuff and that. I mean...
Yeah. Well, have a save state, and the question is, what do we do then? I wonder if I have anything else lying around. I don't think so. I guess I could play Rune Factory Tides of Destiny.
Why not?
Of all freaking games to switch to, sure, why not? Why not?
Perfectly honest, I'm drunk enough to actually be curious about that.
Well, it's actually a pretty decent game, really.
That's a complete lie. I really, really love the Harvest Moon series, so I've been really curious about Rune Factory for a long time, but I've never played any of them.
The problem is that the Rune Factories are less about farming and more about dungeon crawling and crafting, mainly. Really, the later Rune Factory games, farming is pretty much just a small side thing that you don't really spend much time on. In this one, Tides of Destiny, it's actually almost completely automated. You get islands that you claim from the sea and from monsters, and then you have pet monsters that you put to work as your farm hands on these islands. So you only take care of planting and harvesting. The monsters do the rest.
Okay, I must admit the most recent Harvest Moon I think I played was Friends of Harvest Town, so it's been a while.
Friends of Mineral Town, yeah. That's
Mineral
one of
Town,
the,
that's the one.
Yeah, that's one of the really good ones, though. That is one of the absolute best ones, in my opinion. Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to switch emulators now. So,
Oh no.
oh no. I'm going to stop the recording here, and I'm going to thank everyone who will not be sticking around for, well, sticking around this far. Jesus Christ.
I think if they're stuck for this point, Arthur, they'll stick around for the rest of it.
They have nothing else to do.
Johnny basically admitted there's nothing else to do on this episode. Sorry.
You know, whatever. Well done. For those of you who will be watching this on YouTube, this is where it ends for you, because I will not be recording Tides of Destiny, since this is actual post-stream. So,
sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, sorry, YouTube, but you're just going to have to deal with it. And in the future, if you want to see me play strange Wii games on Dolphin, then actually come around and watch. Yeah, join us at the stream, for crying out loud.
Or something awful. Come on, we're a good crowd.
Yeah, come on. Throw down the $10. Just don't be a dick, or we'll permaban you right out the bat. Right, stop in the stream, and we will be right back.